Hi there, this is Nikki Rowland for Hip Kit Club, and today I am designing a layout using the main kit only. I'm using the December kit, and I have never done one of these assignments before where I've just had to use the main kit, and it was a little bit of a challenge because I made sure that I stuck exactly to the rules, and I've literally not added a single thing. So I've not added any threads, I've not added any sequins, I've not used cardstock, I've not used any cut files. So for me this was slightly out of my comfort zone because I do like to work on a white background, and I also like to use cut files, and I also like to use sewing. So I did none of those things on this layout at all. So I really did try and stick exactly to the brief, I say, which was just to use the main kit only. So here I am, and I'm struggling a bit because the white background is a real problem for me. I really prefer to work just on cardstock, so to have a pattern in the background, even though it's extremely light, was quite a challenge. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going through, and I've got my photo sorted, and I'm going through and I'm trying to pick out all of the red bits. I quite fancied a bit of a colour scheme, so I thought I would stick with the white and the red, and then I brought in the very dark, almost black or maybe navy trees from the ephemera, and from the puffy stickers. So I brought in some of those as well, and I do bring in some alpha stickers as well, and they are also from the main kit, those beautiful navy pink fresh ones. So as you can see, I'm struggling a bit with this layout. I want to get all of these elements in. I wanted Santa in, I wanted that bear in, he was really cute, and I wanted to get all these red bits in that I'd pulled out, but I was trying to arrange them, struggling. I've had the whole lot in this vertical design here, wasn't feeling the love, so I'm just fiddling around, moving the bits around until I'm happy with it. I'm looking around the kit for what other bits and pieces I can use. I didn't want to bring in too many different colours because I was working on a pattern paper background. I was just concerned that too many different colours might make my layout look a little bit messy. I had also, because it was the main kit only, I couldn't therefore use the mixed media products, so therefore I couldn't have any separation between my photo and my embellishments and the background. So yeah, I was just struggling a bit with this. So I like my pages to have a border, which is why I went for the red checked border around the outside. But then I felt like it wasn't really dark enough to bring that page together properly. So I wanted a big pop of red in the middle, hence the Santa, and also the red that I've mounted the photo on. And then I've also pulled through that ticket cut from one of the pink fresh papers to put in underneath my photo. This design has taken me a while to put together. I've really been faffing around. I'm not that happy. I'm now thinking about adding in some extra colours. I just really wasn't feeling the love for this one. I'm playing around with that snowflake and just fiddling around a lot, really. I don't know why I wasn't that happy. I mean, that to me on screen now looks fine, but for some reason I was just struggling. Now I figure I've got nowhere to put my title, so I'm moving things around again, almost starting again. You can see the whole lot's pretty much come off. I'm putting some dark blue background paper onto the back of my photo. I just put a strip on either side, and I'm sticking that sentiment at the bottom of my photo too. And now I've just decided that I'm going to have to make some decisions and really go for it. I'm actually have to start sticking things together and get on with it. I'm just distressing the edges of that paper there, and I'm also going to there you go, cut a piece out of the top as well, just to give it a little bit of interest. And I'm sticking that onto my pattern paper frame, just to stick it all together and actually get started, be able to start making some decisions and stick some things down. So I'm now trying a different design. So I'm trying my photo at the top, in the middle, and I'm also trying to figure out my title, because I figured in my first design that I had, I just couldn't fit my title in, whereas now if I work with my title, I should be able to get that in place, and then I can work from there. So now I've moved my photo to the left of the page and I'm going to go from there. So in the end I settle on this horizontal design, which is completely different from the vertical design that I started off with at the beginning. So yeah, anyway, it's starting to come together now, and I've still got using all the same elements that I had out, but I'm just simply arranging them in a different way. I love that Jolly Holidays. So the Jolly has come from the puffy stickers, and the Holidays has come from the Pink Fresh Alpha stickers, the navy ones. They're so beautiful with the navy and then the gold running through them. It's really, really gorgeous. There's so many exclusives in this month's December hip kit. It's absolutely gorgeous. All that ephemera is completely exclusive. Those amazing puffy stickers are absolutely gorgeous. Those chipboard frames that I've been using there, they are also completely exclusive. So now I'm just getting everything stuck in place before I change my mind again as to placement of things. So I'm just I'm getting my photo raised on foam pads, and now I'm sticking my title down. All those letters on the puffy stickers sheet are individual letters rather than a word that's stuck together. So I could move those letters closer together, which suited my style a bit better. And holidays, obviously, they're individual letters, so I got those stuck in place. And I'm just adding in all the ephemera, and there's some chipboard. Those trees over on the right hand side there, the chipboard ones. The one on the left is from the ephemera. I've pulled out Santa from the ephemera. Those little triangles are from the exclusive chipboard, and all the little presents and things, they're also from the ephemera. I'm just pulling out this phrase here. It's from the Pink Fresh paper, and it says it's the most wonderful time of the year. So I'm just adding that little phrase in place under the tree on the left. That bear, I think he's so cute, that bear in the jumper, and he's making it into this layout too, and the presents as well. So yeah, nearly done sticking everything in place now. I'm just sticking Santa in place, and I've raised him up on foam pads, but I didn't want him to have a bump in him where the foam pad hit the chipboard frame. So because that put it up by an extra level, he had a bit of a bump there. So that's what I was doing, was removing that that bump underneath Santa. I'm just using a pen to pick out some of the details of the paper. So I'm going around some snowflakes and some circles. I say really sticking to the rules today, not to use anything else except for the main kit. So normally I would add some paint splatters perhaps, but I've decided that they are not allowed. I'm sure that the rules are flexible and it's okay to add a few little bits and pieces from people's stash, but I was determined to stick to the rules and challenge myself not to use anything other than what was in the main kit. You can see I've just added some of those really gorgeous wooden buttons. They're really lovely, and I'm now just adding some little bits and pieces from the puffy stickers. So the stars, I think I added an ephemera star as well, which I needed sticking down, and I'm just going through and adding a border with a pen. Normally I would have done this with the sewing machine, but I decided to go for a pen because thread is not in the kit. I'm just putting in a little bit of that dark blue paper. I love that dark blue paper, it's gorgeous. So I'm just putting that at the top where I put that little dip earlier, just to give it a bit of interest, and yeah, just secured it on the back with some tape as well, because I made a hole in my layout basically. And now I'm just finally adding my journaling about this tradition that we have every year, which seems to be to fly to Florida and have a really hot Christmas, which is wonderful and a great tradition, one that I hope to continue for a long time. So yeah, I'm just getting in that journaling and putting the date in as well, and that is my layout finished. So thank you for joining me today with this layout that I just couldn't get going with to begin with. Thanks for sticking with me. I got there in the end, and that's the finished layout. So thank you so much for joining me. That was Niki Rowland for Hip Kit Club, and happy holidays.